an astronaut is trained to know the difference between an eel and a piece of hose that might be needed on a ship somewhere.
Yeah, and he's saying it's a white eel too, which I guess the hoses on a lot of those outfits are technically white.
But he would also recognize it because they spend so much time practicing. It would have to be
He'd
a
just
hose
look down and be like, "Oh, that's my hose."
Yeah, it would have to be a hose from some kind of different craft or something up there.
Yeah, and the whole self-propulsion thing. Like it has its own. Like, come on, like of course that's not a hose, you know. And so when I saw the story, I'm like, wait, does that mean there's like we think about UFOs and we think about shit that could be in space, but do we really take into account like actual beings in space, like creatures, like animal type shit?
Yeah.
Like just because it's impossible for us to live out there doesn't mean that there isn't shit that just exists in space. Like it's as it's next to impossible to think about because it's almost crazy just logically thinking about that. But I mean, this story alone kind of, hey, maybe it's factual, you know?
If there's life in the universe, some of it could be floating through space. Maybe it's not alive anymore. Maybe it can't, but maybe there's plenty of things on this planet that live in places that they shouldn't live.
Yeah. And we've mentioned several times, we've never done an episode on, but we've mentioned sky whales, mentioned sky creatures and stuff. The possibility of that. Who's to say they don't come down from space? What if, I don't know, man.
I have trouble with sky whales, except for in the Star Wars show, Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Cool rendition there. You'll see it eventually because you're going to have to start watching Star Wars cartoons soon.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, you want to take this next one?
Musa Manarov, which is a Soviet cosmonaut. During a Mir, which is the Russian space station, mission in 1991, cosmonaut Musa Manarov was watching a visiting space capsule dock nearby. He was filming its approach when he saw an object that looked like it was coming off the spacecraft. But Manarov knew that there was... I can't even talk.
But Manarov knew that there was something on the wing.
Yeah. Okay. But Manarov knew that there was simply nothing that could come loose at that point. And as he continued to watch the object, it floated downward and away from the capsule. Manarov still can't explain what he saw up there, but he knows for sure that it was not space junk, as some people have claimed. Again, an astronaut, even the Soviet kind, should be able to recognize space junk.
Yeah. Well, don't say even the Soviet kind like they're lesser human beings.
That was kind of a joke. No matter, because a lot of times Americans...
think we're all... Yeah.
We've been trained to think our astronauts are the best in the world. But the Soviets have done some pretty crazy things in space, too.
Yeah. Didn't the Chinese just do a mission to the dark side of the moon? Or was that made up?
Nope, they did.
Yeah.
I don't know what came about it yet.
Yeah, so I guess they're better than us already.
Yeah. They found the original recording of Ozzy Osbourne's Dark Side of the Moon.
I thought that was Pink Floyd. That's not Pink.
Oh, yeah. Bark at the Moon was Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay. I was like, am I thinking of something different?
No, you were correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, but they found Ozzy barking at the moon on the dark side.
Dark Side of the Moon is what everyone's curious about. That's where everyone thinks the bases are.
Yeah.
So I wonder why it's mum's the word when the Chinese are, apparently doing it. But isn't it, look, this is where I run into some issues. There's a website you can literally go to see exactly all the space junk, right?
Yeah.
To see exactly how much junk is out there from previous missions, explosions, all that fun shit. And let me tell you guys, it's a lot.
Yeah, we're going to have to start cleaning it up soon.
Yeah, I can't even fathom how anything can fly out there with all the space junk that is out and about in the atmosphere, moving at ungodly speeds.
Yeah, they have to be really careful when they're like sending something past that orbit.
Yeah.
I think there's windows they can go through.
Yeah, because literally any small, tiny piece of junk that hits a craft, it's blowing a hole through that.
Yeah,
it's
pretty dangerous.
So, that was one of the whole reasons that we couldn't make it back to the moon, right? Was there's that, and then there's, somehow the technology got lost, and oops, now we can't figure it out.
Well, I think China in the last few years blew up one of their satellites as a test, and everybody was pissed because of how much space junk that's going to create, and how unpredictable some of it is at first.
Yeah.
It could propel something into those windows, where they launch stuff. Yeah. So I would think somebody like Elon Musk is going to be putting something up there soon. That's
just a big magnet.
Yeah. Pulling a lot of the space junk out and
big net.
I don't know what they'll do with it. If it's worth money, they'll send it back down to Earth.